Illlllumumalllllty. I can't even pronounce that. I'm just gonna call them Team Anti. So it's gonna be really interesting because Illuminati, both teams are actually consist of challenger players. Basically, it's gonna be really interesting to see who takes the top because they are playing for the finals right now. This is the semifinals, and pressure's on, and a loss could mean they will not be able to make it to the finals. Will mean they are not making it to the finals, and they will be playing for the bronze. So pressure's on. Both teams are gonna be playing the best that they can. Now we do see the Victor ban, which is more targeted towards a power pick, Echo and Morgana. The Morgana ban is obviously probably I'm not 100% sure why the Morgana ban, but more than likely the Morgana ban is because they're looking to pick up some type of an engaged champion, and that they couldn't shield her basically that Morgana couldn't shield the engage. And Kalista, very strong AD carry obviously, so you don't want to play against her, and she would destroy your early game bottom lane. Also the Rumble too, really strong top laner. The AoE coming in from Rumble is very, very strong in the team fights, so you don't want to be playing against that if you're looking up to pick some single target CC or melee range top laners. So have it banned out, especially if one of the top laners in Anti plays the Rumble. So get him out of the way and play the top lane easily.
And it looks like similar bans as the last game, banning Kalista. Is this going to be a severe first pick? We'll find out soon.
More than
in the next
likely.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Jinx, also something that they used to win the game, the previous game. So might not be looking to collapse on that server just yet, but Jinx could be a possibility. Now they're not looking to first pick that AD carry in case they might get countered by something. So they're just gonna jungler's always a good first pick. Now I would say that Rek'Sai and Nidalee and Elise are all good early game junglers, but they're picking up that Gragas. Not gonna give a lot of laning pressure, but far more useful in the team fights. So more than likely they're aiming towards the late game. Rek'Sai is already banned, so the only early game junglers out there is Nidalee, Evelynn, and well, Evelynn too actually, but Elise and Lee Sin. If the players don't play them, better not take them, but they are very, very strong.
And looking at
the teams are taking a while to pick their champions because this is a very, very important game, so they are not rushing into anything. So we do see Sivir being hovered over. Sivir's, as I said, a very versatile AD carry, but at the moment they're just deciding what they actually want to go for.
And this game is important, as you just said. The winner of this is guaranteed at least 1,200 RP.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Yeah. I'll start Sivir. Best bottom lane snowballing comp there is. Sivir with her engage, with her ulti, and Alistar with the primary engage. You can just do so much in terms of picks and teamfight engages. It's such a really good comp. Doesn't really win the laning phase, but it's still a really good comp for the late game. Something that will definitely be impactful towards the end of the game, depending on which side will the advantage go to. Now we do see the Alistar is with the Ignite. I'm pretty sure this is not the player that's picking up the Alistar. Corki is something that we haven't been seeing quite a lot, but he's a very, very, very good AD carry because of the range that he has and the burst that he provides for the team. His Gallican also penetrates armor, so he works against tanky champions as well, such as Alistar or even Skarner. So Corki is very good. The Blitzcrank pickup is more than likely to synergize with the Corki. If he's able to hook anything, Corki has enough time to burst somebody down before they're able to do anything. So Corki and Blitzcrank, really nice bottom lane. Questionable if you want to pick a Blitzcrank versus an Alistar. So if Blitzcrank does hook the Alistar, Corki will have difficulty bursting him down and Alistar will just be able to Q and W Corki right into the Sivir or the rest of the team. So early picking Blitzcrank is very questionable because they can just pick a lot of tanks, making Blitzcrank halfway useless, especially in the late game. Now, the Orianna pick, he basically blind picked the mid laner. What Team Illuminati can do is they can simply pick the Azir just to straight up counter Orianna. Because I'm pretty sure he's one of the only champions that can outrange Orianna in the laning phase and the team fights. So I'm not sure what they're gonna go for, but Azir is definitely a pick that I would go for. And Skarner is just a typical OP basically, so there's no real way to counter him. And Skarner, as I said, the rocks that spawn in the map provide him so much utility, especially around those objectives. I'm not sure what Riot's thought process was about around it, but Skarner is really OP right now, especially in the jungle. Not sure if he's going to be the jungler. Can go top, but not very beneficial.
Especially with the fact if he does go top, it's a lot harder to get those lower crystals on the map. But he is really OP for over 6. I think it was over 59% win rate at the moment. So and solo queue, so that's really strong.
Yeah, absolutely. Skarner's a really good pick. We see that Olaf, something we've been seeing in the LCS very recently. Olaf just is such a good. He didn't get a Juggernaut buff, but he's such a good Juggernaut regardless with the items that he uses. We did see Dyrus being extremely offensive on him. Also, Rainover from Fnatic, what used to always pick him up. He's such a good frontline Juggernaut. He can ignore all the CC and deal tons of damage, especially when that Sivir, after ulting, she has very little mobility. And Janus just a power pickup, so she can outplay Orianna, but it's all about the outplay right now. And Dagnar basically completely countering Olaf. I'm not sure, these are challenger teams, guys, so remember there will be a lot of early play, including a possible lane swap with a 2v1 or an invade, so it's going to be really interesting to see. No matter which team is strong late game, the early game can snowball into the late game. So the early game champions can actually win regardless if certain are late game, especially that Corki can punish that Sivir quite well, especially with that Blitzcrank. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this is going to go on, especially with the Ignite from the Blitzcrank. A lot of lane pressure. So bottom lane is going to be really interesting and fun to see. If it was me, I'd do rotation, a lane swap, because Gnar is good at 2v1, and Alistar and Sivir are also good at 2v1, getting those early turrets, pushing out the wave, and zoning out the turret. Now we're going to go into a 3-minute delayed break, and we're going to see you then, guys. Alright, see you then.
Hello and welcome to this 5th game of the day, I think it is. It's a semi-final between Antydestabilomaterializm against Illuminati.
Well, you can actually pronounce that. I can't even. I call him Manti.
Yeah, so the red team will have that extremely strong late game. That Alistar Severe bot lane combo is strong with the blue team with that early lane. Is it going to be a lane top, as the Corki does look to be at the top side?
Now, the early game is far more in the advantage for the blue team, which is Illuminati. So they're actually looking for the invade, whereas the red team, they are anticipating an invade, but on the wrong side of the map. It is the area they're standing in, it is the general area where the invades happen, but Illuminati are just thinking ahead right now, and they are basically roaming throughout the other side of the jungle.
Yeah, and as both teams now, they look maybe possible. They're both going to invade. Oh no, I mean the blue team has invaded, but is the red team going to see them in their jungle?
Yeah, they're making some offensive warding. As we can see, there was a ward placed in the top lane, and there was a ward placed inside the jungle as well. This is to see if there's going to be a rotation happening, if the Sivir and Alistar go top, or the Sivir and Alistar going bottom, in order to allocate Corki into that lane. They are aware, they saw Gnar going top. They know Gnar is going to be in the top lane area, immediately sending Corki and Blitzcrank to the bottom lane. Gonna be pretty standard.
Yeah,
Jungle-
the Olaf it will be. I know works his way up, helps Gragas a tiny bit with his Raptors.
The Sivir and also are actually picking up an early Gromp, giving them an early level 2, which will give them a slight advantage because it's going to be quite difficult to farm when there's that Blitzcrank's hook potential. So doing the right job right there, and they're gonna try to snowball off of that in a way.
And Severe and Corki trading a bit damage. And who do you think is gonna who has the advantage in the lane between
Sivir
in this
and
matchup?
in the bottom lane matchup, absolutely Corki and Blitzcrank if they played correctly. Now, as we just saw right there, Sivir does have her spell shield, which can counter Blitzcrank, but the damage, the overall burst, should still be in Illuminati's favor. We do see Gragas making his way, trying to sneak around if he can get a pick potential. Sivir's shield is down. It's up right now, so actually will be a slightly hard gank for Gragas.
And the flash does come in, but a lot of skill shots were missed then. Bit of miscommunication maybe, going against different targets as the Blitzcrank did try to hook the Alistair, whereas the Severe was focused by the Gragas and the Corki, but either way,
Yeah.
I guess good for the red team.
The fact that he went for Alistar is because he knows Sivir's shield is up, so it's pointless landing your CC, wasting your CC down on her because she can spell shield it, especially when she has that flash. Now, her flash is still up, only Alistar wasted it, so it's still gonna be relatively hard to get a successful gank off of that. But we do see Olaf just completely chunking down that Gnar. Really well played. Theoretically, Gnar should be taking some type of an advantage over Olaf, but he's just a strong juggernaut, so he can basically just stomp and run through him. And he is going to be definitely strong at level 6. Skarner is walking around, gonna go for an interesting mid here through the Tri-Brush, as Illuminati are not aware of what's coming to them. Basically, he's just camping, looking for a good opportunity. There, he knows there's a huge wave for the blue team's favor, and he doesn't want to jump against a wave because he will take a lot of damage from it.
And the couple goes down, and the Skarner does land that E, so Wislow picks up the kill. Good play by Alistair, making sure he gets that pulverized combo. But they're going to get a trade in the top lane. Is Gragas going to be able to get? Flash goes out by the Gnar. Are they going to try and dive? Is it going to be a kill?
Oh.
Well played by Olaf. Good use of some of the spells. You has to use that ghost, but either way, nicely done. It's a trade in the top and the bottom lane.
Yeah, well, that's what the ghost is mostly used for, offensive play to rotate and mobilize yourself in a team fight or in a gang. So really well played, landing down that CC. Now, the team Anti are aware that Gragas was top, so they will just take an easy dragon because they know there's no jungle pressure, and that smite is up in their favor. Gragas, I mean, Blitzcrank didn't go for it. Pull. Probably called somebody down, but it would have been useless with it because there will be no follow-up. King Jasper doesn't look like a king in this lane matchup right now, as he is getting chunked down by that Orianna. Contrasting from his game with Yasuo. But regardless, they got that dragon, so it helps Orianna even more to chunk down that Ahri. Now there are no wards around the mid lane, so both of the mid laners should be more careful, especially Orianna, as she is halfway overextending at this stage. What you want to do with Orianna, or even with Ahri at level 6, is you want to chunk down the lane. Don't even think about the mid lane anymore and rotate towards the bottom lane or towards the top lane, because both mid laners have a lot of CC, which can provide so much utility in other lanes, especially with the roam with the Ahri's level 6.
And a lot of damage is traded onto that Gnar. Maybe had that Q of the Gnar not landed, he would have carried on, but with the ghost down, he decides not to pursue. Both taken very low as Gnar returns the lane.
Some trade coming in.
Yeah, damage trading either way. As Ghana looks to gank this mid lane, Flash goes in. He has got that ultimate, or he doesn't have that ultimate, but it doesn't matter. The Arena picks up that kill. Flash is burned from the Skarner, but it's worth. The Arena gets that kill. Good trade.
Yeah, he was aware that Ari did not have the flash up, so he just flashed and secured the kill really easily without taking any risks of her getting away. Really well played. Now the level
great
6
turnaround from the Gnar. Is he going to turn? He's going to get that Mega Gnar, but is it great play from the
completely
Gnar?
jumps on him, stopping him realistically. Oh my god, that was really well played. As I did say, Gnar should be taking advantage over Olaf, which would just be there. Ooh, the Blitzcrank hook does miss Alistar. Hooking Alistar would not be the best choice right now because it would get Corki killed really easily. Gragas just coming in a little bit too late. Blitz is very low, so the gank would not realistically work against this full health Alistar. Alistar is just so strong. Even after a trade, he can heal up, heal Sever down, heal Sever up, sorry, and they can retrade once more.
And damage now is definitely on the Orianna's favour, as in all fights. And that Blitz goes to the hook on the Alistar again, possibly because of that spell shield, but even still, it is a bit risky, especially with both the blue team bot lane health.
Yeah, really well played. We do see, ooh, Ari tries to go for a play, but she gets ganked by the Skarner while there is action going on in bottom lane. Sivir is able to shield that Blitzcrank hook. That's why Blitzcrank is trying to hook that Alistar as many times as he can, because he cannot hook that Sivir because of the spell shield. So it is unfortunate for Blitzcrank, but he is halfway useless, and that's why I'm emphasizing you do not try to early pick that Blitzcrank, because you can get counter picked so easily right there.
And now trade in the mid lane. Orianna is now, Ari is half health.
Ooh,
Palm lands, that might not have landed. She may have gone in, tried to use that shockwave, but
almost getting
not
chunked
to
down there. Yeah,
well, shockwave is on cooldown, so maybe that's why I shouldn't use it.
absolutely, and she would. Well, no, she is not EUNE, but yeah, it's very risky, especially with that Gragas around the corner. Now Skarner is going for a long gank here. Let's see what he can get out of this, as Sivir is looking to push out that wave and go for that dive. Diving a Blitzcrank is never the best idea because of the silences, but
hook lands on Sivir. She spell shields the forces one, but then that would be the Corki going down. I can see this being a double kill. Alistair tanking that turret, he's got that ultimate.
Not taking any damage at all right there. He can just so easily dive. It's ridiculous. Especially with the runes you have. You can have so much health and armor rune. That can scale out to the late game. He's very strong. Does not care about a turret, as he is a huge turret himself. So really well played.
And the Nard does jump away, but it is that the kill will be picked up for the Olaf. He can't be stopped. Good kill in the top lane.
Yeah, the Olaf is just so strong with his straight up burst, but Corki dealing a lot of damage but still not able to save the turret.
Will the kill go? Good flash from Orianna, dodges the Q from
the chase is on
Ari.
in the bottom lane.
Are they gonna get it? Ult's come out. Good shield from
The
Skarner.
heal comes out to secure the kill. The summoners though.
Oh
my god.
Great
no.
flash from Alistair.
Both summoners burned in the bottom lane. Oh, that's really unfortunate, especially with the Corki burning his heal at the same time. They know that Skarner and the Alistar have back. He should go for deep vision and prioritizing the dragon right after that. I actually thought dragon was up, but he's not, so trying to get as much as you can, knowing that the support and the jungler are not there. They're looking actually to make some pressure in the mid lane, trying to get that turret before the dragon.
And Blitz so far is struggling to show off that great new skin that Riot have just released and he's using, but lands the hook onto the Skarner, not really who you want, and he actually ends up with not taking any health really at all. So, bit of a pointless hook really.
Yeah, as I said, there's tanks in the front line, Blitz is basically countered, and he can't do anything much there, but Alistar
Alistair is taken low.
Ooh, Blitzcrank is getting caught by this corner.
That's a good trade in the end. I feel like just that Alistair, that unbreakable will is just so OP at the moment. Just OP in general. He can take so little damage from the turrets.
Whatever you do as a Blitzcrank, do not go for Alistar. He did go low, but the ulti is just so strong. You can't burst him possibly down, and he basically dies himself for it. Things are coming out for the dragon. Skarner is actually heading top. Not something you want to do because Gragas is making his way towards the dragon.
Well, he does use that Ragnarok. He goes in and he tried the damage. He's going to be able to kill the Gnar. And Skarner picks it up, and Severe's going to trade that in the bot lane. Oh, yep, just gets the kill. Good play by the red team. Now 8 for 2 and 5k ahead. However, the Gragas is coming in. He's gonna looks like he got that kill. Easy kills. Looks a bit weird, but good job in the end.
Yeah. I do feel like Olaf could have killed that Gnar because he went. Basically, he's trying to reset his Q by picking up those axes. Basically, if he wouldn't have went all the way to pick up his axe, he might have had enough time to trade out with that Gnar and deal some damage in order to kill him. Really unfortunate, but I think that would have been the case. But I'm not a challenger player, so maybe he was doing the right job. From my perspective of coaching point of view, yeah, it's just would have been better if he just straight up traded him. I myself was an Olaf player too, so
and the Olaf,
yeah,
and they do look to be going bot lane towards this dragon now. The red team.
Both of the top laners have their teleports up, so they can immediately transition towards the bottom lane. Now, Gnar can actually cancel Olaf's ulti. Ooh! Some trade coming in there. Yeah.
Ariana still ends up ahead though.
The flash from the Skarner.
The Valkyrie's away. Is he going to get out? God, good ult from Gragas. Good disengage, but I think he may pay the price, but nope. No kills picked up, however he is low, so is the Corki. Could be a free dragon for this Skarner.
Yeah. I feel like they should have won for a dragon as soon as they saw the Skarner top, which they did not. It's really, really unexpected. Oh!
Hook lands, they're going to be a kill, and the dragon, who's going to pick it up? They just decided to leave her. I thought she was
trying to give it to Corki.
Oh, even the Alistair could go down now, but they realise the dragon has been good combo. All comes in from the Gnar and the Olaf. How's it going to go out? Alistair very low. Ragnarok is going down. He is doing as much damage as he can to the Severe. Who's going to go down? Oh. Both go down. Both trade. Gnar is trying to get people, and that will be Corki going down. So overall, that is a 2 for 3 trade, and it's in the red team's favour.
Yeah, I believe the Gnar's teleport was really beneficial because he teleported as the Mega Gnar and not the Mini Gnar, which helped to utilize his ult really effectively, peel and provide a lot of CC, which won them the team fight really, really well, even though Orianna was dead at that stage. Now, Ari
managed to get the stun off.
Yeah, tried to make some plays, but you don't want to waste your ulti on that Alistar once again. So much focus is being put on that Alistar, and it's not something you should be focusing in the team fights. Not team fights, I guess they did not focus, but they're trying to make these picks on Alistar, just wasting their utility all the way. Skarner is gonna pick up that red. I think at this stage you should actually be giving that red to the Sivir, because she does have that BF sword, has those boots, gonna hit a power spike relatively soon. Now he does get some movement speed, attack speed, with the rocks or the gems. I'm not sure what is the correct pronunciation for them, but okay, giving this red does work on Skarner, but I still believe it's better on the AD carry as he's not behind. When the AD carry is behind and Skarner is just so much more ahead than the AD carry, that's when you want to give him the red, but not now.
But they're called Crystal Spires.
Crystal Spires. Oh. Yeah. That's an interesting thing to shoutcast.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it just a rock.
Nope, I had to call them Spires. And as the red team, they look to maybe group mid, potential team fight. At the moment, they are 7k ahead as the police pass my house, and and they look to be trying to take advantage of this lead.
Yeah, we do see top lane rotations are coming in for the team Anti. They're gonna try to siege and go for that turret, but Illuminati are there in time, trying to save the turret. Both teams have reasonably good wave clear, so
Gets two man with the shockwave. Who's gonna go down? And Devastator's really low. Yeah, Alistair taking damage, but it does look like he might go down, but that ultimate is just so strong, tanking up so much damage. Gnar trying to get some damage off the back, and that's a great trade for the red team.
yeah, it's actually a 3-for-1, which is absolutely great, as that server did manage to stay alive. And gonna pick up that turret relatively easily as the blue team are forced to back off. Now, Baron is still down, but will be spawning relatively soon. That's when you wanna rotate your vision towards that Baron area. And you prioritize it because their advantage is just so huge. There's a 10k gold differential, so they want to utilize their advantages as much as they can, especially in these strong team fights with the Alistar. As I mentioned before, Alistar and Silver are just so strong in the LCS, and looks like Pentaclick eSports as well.
And looking, what I do see from the red team, what they've kind of struggled to do, possibly because Skarner's this rework is pretty new. They haven't been stopping those crystal spires, and pretty much every single one is now activated on the map for the red team. Like they're disabling a few. However, in this game, the Skarner has done a brilliant job. It's just been a good performance.
Absolutely. I'm just trying to see. Skarner is actually 4-0, picking up that Sterag's gauge. Basically, it's a really good Juggernaut item, as Skarner is a Juggernaut, completely piling through the team, getting the additional attack speed damage and the shield. Absolutely hard to kill the Skarner, as he deals so much damage. I believe that item is like almost OP, as Scar is just so OP on Skarner, especially beside those gems. So really utilizing the Skarner's advantage for the win, but hey, it's not won yet. There could be a comeback. That's the thing is, that's why I don't really like Blitzcrank. At the moment, the only targets that he can pick are Sivir and Orianna, but they're just so far in the back with the range they have. Blitzcrank is just not able to get to them, and as Alistar just completely tanks all the damage. I don't believe that the Blitzcrank was the best pick, but hey, he might still utilize it if he gets the opportunity. As long as he hooks that Orianna, they can actually come back. But actually, Blitzcrank's hook can change the pace of the game if he hooks the right targets, which we're not seeing at the moment.
And I have to say, this Alistair pickup has been brilliant. The combo is just ridiculous if we get to the turret. Like with the shockwave as well, it's just really good at the moment.
Absolutely. Alistar, not carrying the team, we can see he's the unknown carry basically. He zones so much, takes so much damage, as the rest of the team are picking up the kills.
And the two are caught out, but they've decided not to go in as the red team looks to be coming around from the back.
Yeah. Some trade going in, nothing big yet. The dragon is spawning right now, and the red team are in favor of the dragon area, so they'll pick it up as fast as they can with the Sivir and Orianna burst. Alistar is doing his best to zone out Team Illuminati, as Skarner does manage to pick up that dragon.
And with those crystal spires, he can chase a bit better if they go through the jungle. Oh, down from Sivir, and they go in. He's going to go down. No, it's down yet. Olaf goes down first. Not taken very low, but this one survives. Corking out Valkyries away, and the greatest engagement from the Gragas, but he will pay the iron price as the Sivir does get the third kill. Quadra kill. Could this be? It's going to be Quadra. It's going to be Penta. Alistair picks up that kill. It won't be a Penta, but either way, great play from the red team.
Yeah.
And they could look to do Baron maybe, but they might be a bit just below.
Now the Gnar hook was good because he was nowhere near getting any Mega Gnar stacks, so almost bursting him down. Actually, if Gragas wouldn't have ultied Gnar out, Corki would have killed him. I just saw Corki missing the rocket as Gragas ulted Gnar out, so would have been a kill, but still, we didn't see any pressure being made on that Orianna and Sivir. That is something that Team Illuminati have been struggling to do. Ari is just having such a difficult time getting to the backline, and Orianna and Sivir just dealing free damage all across the team fight.
Yeah.
Now Baron is up. Yeah, Baron is up, and there's a. I already forgot the name. It's not a rock. It's a mineral.
The Crystal Spire.
The Crystal Spire, indeed. Yeah. So basically, there's that is there, and Skarner has just so much advantage right now to get that Baron. It's ridiculous. Would you see Blitzcrank trying to make a pick? Oh, guess Signar.
What's going to happen here? They will possibly get the kill, and it's going to be the Corki picking it up with that auto attack. It crits. It's a good pick. They showing why Blitzcrank can actually work. It's just in the team fights. But what are they going to do from this now? Could they possibly do a Baron? They go in. Ooh, comes in. But also goes out from the Severe. Is anything going to happen? Doesn't look like it. They'll just pick up the red buff for the Severe.
Yeah, Orianna was just forced to flash out, not to get hooked by the Blitzcrank. If she wouldn't have had her flash, actually I think that would have been an even greater advantage for Team Illuminati by bursting that Orianna down. That would be 2 members from Team. Oh, there it goes.
Hook goes down, kill on the Orianna. She already had flash burn. Good trade. However, the TP is coming from the back with that Gnar. He is, however, hasn't got the Mega Gnar stacked. What's going to happen here? Great combo. What's going to happen here? Olaf goes down from the Severe. It's a crazy team fight. Everyone's using all their abilities. Severe, however, does go down. Great ult from Gnar. Gets the Corki, but this Skarner with those Crystal Spire passive is absolutely doing brilliantly. Gets 2 kills. Could this be 3? They're chasing down. Can't see the Gragas get able to escape. Overall, good play by the red team.
Yeah. Corki and Ari did everything, and even Olaf were trying to do everything they can to focus down that Sivir. They wasted so much of their time while taking so much damage from the Gnar and the Alistar. Okay, Alistar isn't much of a damage dealer, but his passive does give some extra AoE damage. So they were getting melted down by the Gnar and Alistar while they were trying to focus that Sivir. I believe they should have focused whatever was in front of them instead of taking that damage for no apparent reason, and that's what caused most of this. There was just the Sivir, focusing the Sivir is good, but not while you're taking damage for somebody else. And they killed Sivir, and they got demolished by all the other team members of Team Anti. So, not the best play, but hey, they're just so behind. It's really hard to trade anything out at this stage, and any picks that Blitzcrank makes can be basically game-changing picks. So as long as he keeps it up, I am starting to like this Blitzcrank. He is doing a good job. Let's hope he keeps it up.
And the Skarner, so much movement speed with that W, and the Crystal Spires can go very fast. There is, however, we've got to remember there's 12,000 gold in the difference. It's going to be hard. Skarner tries to get the pick onto the ult. He ults the Ari. Ari's killed immediately. Ragnarok goes out from the Olaf, who gets shut down quite quickly by the Orianna. This is a 2-for-0 trade so far. And as they chase down, Gnar lands that Q. Are they on chase? Good pulverized combo. That's going to be a kill. Alistair uses that unbreakable will. He's going to get through. Exhaust goes out on the Gragas. That looks like it could be a killer. Is he going to get away? 2 procs, 3 procs.
Oh,
great. Alistair, absolutely fantastic game. MVP so far in my eyes.
Absolutely.
Brilliant play by the red team.
He's just so tanky. You can basically walk under the turrets, not caring. He is the turret himself, as I said earlier. Nothing can damage him. He's just such a juggernaut. Absolutely carrying the team. 100% would agree. Now they will sadly not be able to take this game just yet, but they will get two inhibitors. And what is known in LCS, or overall what is known, is whenever you get 2 inhibitors, that's when the game's over, because the red team can now take all the objectives really safely, including Baron and Dragon, and push in the bottom lane, and that is it. That's how you close out the game. We'll now have to see, will Team Anti use their advantage of this in order to secure the win. Something Unicorns of Love have failed at, but we're gonna have to see if it works out. Orianna just gets caught. This is exactly what happened to Unicorns of Love. People started getting caught and they were not able to capitalize on their advantage.
Well, the blue team could look to be getting this Baron now. Is there going to be a trade? However, they are caught in the pit. No, however, it's not full HP. And Corky is picked. Corky Valkyrie's away into it. Baron won't be picked up. The red team is very low, but it's really good play by this blue team, just about surviving. How Alistair is not dead, I have no idea. Severe doing work. That's going to be a triple kill. Absolutely great play by the Severe. It's an ace for the red team.
Yeah. Taking out the amount of damage that Sever has, basically, theoretically, if this was an earlier part of the game where the differences wouldn't be that big, actually Team Illuminati would have won this. But Sever is just so much far ahead, it's just impossible to win it. And Alistar is just so tanky at this stage, even Baron couldn't handle him.
And that Seren is coming out by who was the Illuminati?
Yes,
Antydestabilomaterializm is the act of taking down Church of England. However, they have took down Illuminati. Great victory for Antydestabilomaterializm.
Alright guys, now the bronze game and the finals are coming up soon. We'll see you later.